So hello and welcome to the third episode of Sky of this Week video series from Astroport. I am Shubham Kumar, Education Officer at Astroport India. So I hope that you all are healthy and taking good care of yourself and others around you. As you all know that the whole world is fighting against COVID-19 pandemic nowadays, and India has shown some great effort in this fight. So in order to make this fight more successful, our government has released an application by the name of Arogya Setu, which will help increase the effectiveness of this lockdown situation by showing us any potentially affected person around us. So please install this application and make your contribution in this fight. But we are here to find out what is going to happen in the sky this week. So let's jump onto the video. We will show what are the things which is going to happen in this week. In the morning of 19th of April, right now it is 2:49 am and today's moonrise timing is 3:56 am. So just fast forward the time and moon is about to rise from the east direction, and we can see on the screen that just after the 3:56 am moon rises from the east direction. So firstly we will observe the moon. So let's recenter it and try to zoom in. We can see that moon is in waning crescent phase and it is only 14.6% illuminated right now. Moon is shining with a magnitude of minus 8.86 currently, and at this time moon is in Aquarius constellation. So waning moon passes 4 degrees south of the Neptune at 3 am. The pair rises above the horizon just an hour before the sunrise, but the disk of Neptune is only 2 arcseconds, so it will be very difficult to spot. But luckily we have this application called Stellarium, so we can even observe the Neptune. So let's try to find the Neptune. Where is the Neptune? So this is the Neptune. So let's recenter it. So this is the Neptune. It is the farthest and 8th planet of our solar system. So at the time of rise, the two bodies are still less than 5 degrees apart. So after observing the Neptune and the moon, I have a great news for all of you, that the International Dark Sky Week also begins from 19th of April. The International Dark Sky Week is a week-long celebration of the night. The International Dark Sky Association has scheduled some amazing presentations and other stuff for the people at home so that they can reconnect with the night sky, and I will put the link of the schedule in the description below. And now we will see what are the things which we are going to see in the evening of 19th of April. So we are going to fast forward the time. So we can see on the screen that sun is about to set in the west direction. So today's sunset timing from my location is 6:46 pm. So you can see on the screen that just after 6:46 pm sun has been set from my location. So just after the sunset, it roughly takes half an hour to get completely dark sky in front of us. So now we are facing west direction and it is 7:35 pm right now. So the brightest object in the west direction is the planet Venus. So recenter it and try to zoom in. So it is the planet Venus. So in our previous video when we were observed the Venus, it was 40% illuminated at the time, and currently it is only 34.5% illuminated. Venus is in waning crescent phase and Venus is shining with a magnitude of minus 4.20 right now. So this is our planet Venus. So after observing the Venus, we will further fast forward the time. So in the morning of 20th of April, the three planets, the Jupiter, Saturn and Mars, are about to rise from the east direction. So right now it is 12:27 am and the rise time of Jupiter is 12:51 from my location. So you can see on the screen that just after the 12:51 am Jupiter rises from the east direction, and after the Jupiter the Saturn will rise, and further the Mars will rise from the east direction. So firstly we will observe the planet Jupiter. So just recenter it and try to zoom in, and this is the planet Jupiter, and these are the four moons of Jupiter. This one is the Io. So Io is one of the four Galilean moons of the Jupiter, and its shadow will start to cross the face of Jupiter at 4:43 am. And from the planet northeast side, the moon will itself begin to cross the disk of Jupiter at 6 am. So this is the Io, one of the four Galilean moons of the Jupiter. So after observing the Jupiter and its moons, we'll further observe the moon. This is our moon. So recenter it and try to zoom in. So our moon reaches apogee at 3 am and will be at a distance of 4,06,462 km away from Earth. So because moon's orbit around the Earth is elliptical in shape, and sometimes it is closest to our Earth and sometimes it is farthest to our Earth. So when it is closest to our Earth, then that particular point is called perigee. On the other hand, when it is farthest distance from the Earth, then that point is called apogee. So the moon will be at 4,06,462 km away from the Earth, and this point is called the apogee. So on the 21st of April, the conjunction of Moon and Mercury will take place. Moon and Mercury will share the same right ascension, with the Moon passing just 3 degrees 6 minutes to the south of Mercury. However, the pair will not be observable because they will reach their highest point in the sky during the daytime. But luckily we can observe the Mercury in this application. So this is the planet Mercury, and if we try to recenter it and zoom in, so we can see that, and it is only 87.6% illuminated right now, and Mercury is shining with a magnitude of minus 0.63. So on 22nd of April, I have a very exciting news for all of you. There is a very beautiful and rare celestial phenomena is going to happen on 22nd of April called Lyrid meteor shower. So meteor shower is a celestial event in which a number of meteors are observed to radiate or originate from one point in the night sky. And these meteors are caused by the streams of cosmic debris called meteoroids entering into the Earth's atmosphere at extremely high speed on parallel trajectories. So Lyrid meteor shower is usually active between 16th and 25th of April every year, and it tends to peak around 22nd and 23rd of April. The fireball in the meteor shower are created by the debris from the comet Thatcher. Meteor showers are named after their originating constellations. So like this meteor shower will appear to originate from the constellation Lyra, so it is named the Lyrid meteor shower. And showers radiant will appear slightly southwest of the bright star Vega. So on the screen you can actually see the bright star Vega. It is the brightest star of the constellation Lyra. So you will see the 15 to 20 meteors per hour from your location. So it is going to be a very rare celestial phenomena. So let's see the sky for 22nd April. So right now it is 7:48 p.m. So on 22nd of April, the M101 is well placed for observation. So let's find the M101. this application. So just recenter it and try to zoom in. So it is a galaxy. So M101, its name is a pinwheel galaxy. It is in Ursa Major constellation. So best time for observation. It is well placed now, and it will reach its highest points in the sky at around midnight local time. So with a magnitude of 7.9, M101 is quite faint and certainly not visible to the naked eye, but can be viewed through a pair of binoculars or a small telescope. So golden opportunity for astronomer to capture this beautiful galaxy. So new moon occurs at 10:26 p.m. on 23rd of April. So moon will pass close to the sun and become lost in the sun's glare for few days. And moon comes in between earth and sun, so won't be visible throughout the night. We can see on the screen that moon is not present in the sky, because on the day of new moon it rises with the sun and sets with the sun, so it won't be visible throughout the night. But there is a special feature in this app that we can also remove the ground. So if we remove the ground and try to see where is the moon, so you can see the moon and sun, which is gone below the horizon. So this is a special feature of this app. We can also see the things which has been set from our location. So this is the sky for 23rd of April. So in the morning of 24th of April, the three planets Jupiter, Saturn and Mars are about to rise from the east direction. And the rise time for Jupiter is 12:45 am, and for Saturn is 1:04 am, and for Mars is 2 am. So we can see on the screen that Jupiter is about to rise from the east direction. Jupiter rises first, and after the Jupiter the Saturn will rise, and further the Mars will rise at 2 am from the east direction. You can easily see on the screen. But in our previous video, when we were observed these three planets, so at that time Mars was in between the Saturn and the Jupiter. But now the rising and setting time has been changed, and Saturn is rising before the Mars. So you can easily observe the significant change in rising and setting time for these planets within 1 week. So after observing these planets, let's see what happens on 25th of April. So let's see what happens on 25th of April. So right now it's 8:45 p.m. and it's a golden opportunity for all astronomers and observers, because it is the best time to observe the galaxies of Ursa Major constellation. So now we will observe the two galaxies with the help of this application, M81 and M82. So let's find the M81. So this is the M81. This is also called the Bode's galaxy. So it is the best time to capture and observe these galaxies. So it is a grand design spiral galaxy about 12 million light years away from us, and it is about half of the size of our galaxy Milky Way. It is sometimes referred to as Bode's galaxy, and just below it there is a M82. This is called Cigar galaxy. This is also situated at 12 million light year away from us. So it is the best time to observe and capture these beautiful galaxies. So we have discussed the sky for this week, starting from the 19th of April to 25th of April. So if you like the video, then smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content related to space and astronomy. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get notified as soon as we upload any new content for you. So thank you guys.